Welcome everybody. Hi. Thank you so much for coming today. Really thrilled to see you. I am lucky to have my wife Stephanie Hollenberg hosting today. So I'm going to hand you over to Stephanie and she's going to tell you what's going to happen.
Woo! Hey everyone, welcome. It is so exciting to see you all rolling in here. Just putting you on gallery view so I can see all of your beautiful faces. Hello. And welcome to the launch of Luke Concannon's new album, Ecstatic Bird in the Burning. Woo! Whether it is evening for you, afternoon, or morning, wherever you're calling in from, we're thrilled to have you with us in this virtual circle, literally encircling the world. We would love to know where you all are calling in from and who you are. So feel free to put your name and your city or where you are in the chat box so that we know where you're calling in from. Would love to see that. My name is Stephanie Hollenberg, as Luke just said, and I have the privilege of being married to Luke and being quarantined with him as well. And we are calling in from our little town library in Guilford, Vermont, which is on Abenaki land. And just want to give a shout out to our lovely librarian, Kathy, for being so accommodating. She's just been, it's lovely to be in this space that she takes care of. Also, while we're naming gratitudes, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of the people who have helped bring this music into being. Luke's manager, Carrie, and the whole launch team, the incredible musicians on the record, who you're not hearing today, so you must go listen to the album. The producer, Jim Prendergast, the album artwork artist, Randall Stoltzfus, our Zoom tech, Jordan, our families and friends, and of course, all of you. Your love and enthusiasm is the wind that sweeps this bird into the air, so thank you. Community is a powerful mover and shaker, and we'll touch on that a bit later as well in our conversation. As you know, because you are here, today is a very special day. And Ecstatic Bird has been a long time coming. Luke has been working his bum off. And it's weird to be doing this virtually, to not be on tour and see your faces clearly, to hear your voices and feel your energy, not to give you the sweaty hugs after the gig and sign your CDs or bare chests. So I'm going to invite you over the course of the next 60-ish minutes to get involved, right? This is a party, so let's dance, gesture, chat away in the chat box so that we know that you are here with us, partying with us, and so that Luke feels properly celebrated on this special day. Are you up for that? Woo! Yes! As you can expect, we'll also be sharing in the chat box links to where you can buy the album, which is available as a CD and vinyl for all you old timers and hipsters. And one magic thing about purchasing CDs that fans don't often know about is that CD sales helps an artist get into the charts, which translates to further visibility and promotional support. So even if you're not collecting CDs like you once were, but have $10 or £10 or €10 lying around, we invite you to buy a CD. It's beautifully packaged. The artwork is gorgeous. And our goal is to get into the folk charts in both the US and the UK. So every CD or album sold helps. And welcome also to those who are joining us via Facebook Live. Please leave lots of comments and love in the Facebook Live chat box. We won't be able to see them right now live, but we will enjoy feasting on your good vibes later. So just know that we appreciate your support and love and are grateful that you're with us during this hour. So over the next hour or so, you are going to hear three incredible men sharing their art and their wisdom. I'm holding down the feminine energy here. Send good vibes. And so opening our virtual gig today is Tapes from Birmingham, England, who actually has a single coming out in 2 weeks himself called Burn the System Down. And after tapes, we will have a conversation with Alistair McIntosh, who is a Scottish author and activist, one of the world's leading environmental campaigners. And he also has just released a new book in 2020 called Riders on the Storm, which I am in the final chapters of, Alistair. It's wonderful, and I highly recommend it. And of course, Luke will be our headlining act. So, Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm just looking at where you all are calling from. Belmont, Mass, Hitchin, Hertfordshire, Hatton. Hamish, not on. Hamish joined us last week on his way to work. Anyway, Etna, New Hampshire, Hove, Sydney, Australia, Boston, Rome, Lahinge. Oh, it's so fun to see. Kingston, Surrey, yes. Philadelphia, also the Native American territory. I'm sorry, I don't know the pronunciation of this, but thank you, Pax, for naming the Native American tribe whose land you're on. Maryland. Anyway, so fun to see where you're all coming from. So thank you. So let us now turn our attention. I'm thrilled to welcome our friend Jimmy Davis, aka Tapes, to kick off this very special event. And just to introduce him, I have to do it in a special voice. Emerging from the dust-filled, Dolby stereo-enhanced high fives of Birmingham's concrete-encased inner city comes Tapes, rapping about lad culture, football, raves, and the odd bit of social justice. Tapes is a hip-hop Vinnie Jones, spouting beautifully crafted lyrics with an accent that's like Marmite to the ears. As you listen to Tapes, show him some love in the comments. So let us give a raging visual welcome to Tapes. Welcome.
What's happening, people? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, I'm live. It's Channel 4. Don't swear. I'm sorry, but like any children that are tuned in, there is going to be explicit words in some of my material. So, you know, I'll buy you some sweets at some point. How's it going, man? It's Jimmy, it's Tapes. Yeah, I'm so like honored to be here. It's weird, isn't it? Like gigging from home and looking at you all on a screen, and I can feel the digital vibes, man. But yeah, anyway, I talk far too much when I play live, so I've only got 15 minutes. Let's get into it. I'm going to do something past, something present, and something a little bit future for you. And I'm going to press go live on my Instagram as well, so everyone can see it, man, because I'm just multi-platform like that geezer. Do you know what I mean? All right, then, let's have it, man. Let's do it.
Jimmy Davis! What you doing? What you going? What you up to?
Taking it right back, man. Right back to the start. This is when me and Luke first met, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yo. So here he is making his debut. Look at the tenacity, no wonder he came through. And they've given him the number 10 shirt because he seems to have everybody that watches the game glued to his antics. Watch the fans fix their eyes on him transfixed. Everyone in the stand script. Replace the peer-to-peer with ear-to-ear. Logging on and sharing in his musical bandwidth. Someone even tried to keep him at the program, but the supporters forum handed out the pamphlets explaining how he was handpicked and because he was damn sick. They knew where describing him was rancid. So they chanted his name and bandied it around till he felt like his wish had been granted. And the seed that he planted back in the day was now starting to blossom. How fantastic! Jimmy Davis, jump in the scene, bring the changes. It's Jimmy Davis, the latest edition of playing your favourite playlist. It's Jimmy Davis, drops a number one of our races. Yo, it's Jimmy Davis, I'm gonna enjoy cause we've been waiting ages. It's one of the stories against all odds. Cause Jimmy wasn't one of the sensible buds. But this is how you turn your life around if the talent you've got is indispensable. What? Mixed with determination of a marathon runner a brother. The rhythm and the timing of an African drummer with someone that's desperate to stop seeing humanity suffer. And this is the result. Man raises the bar consistently like he's breaking records in the pole vault. Lands in the scene like a bolt out of the blue and hears people scream, forget the old, out with the new. And he stands confused because of what they realise what they're actually referring to with these bands and tunes that have been forced upon them recently. So we felt obliged, of course, through common decency to present to them. Jump in the scene, ring the changes. Jimmy Davis, the latest edition upon your favourite playlist. Jimmy Davis, drops another one, the bar raises. Yo, Jimmy Davis, I'm gonna enjoy it because we've been waiting. He goes, ooh, your man's a star. Flicking up my colours like I'm Cantona. Big respect from Gigs and Becks, big heart in my chest like Charlton and Best. There's a reason for this homage to Man U, because there's only one brilliant player and one man who I could take the flame from and accept the torch. To Jimmy Davis, mate, I'm carrying the name on. Graces the stage and he leaves it in flames. No sign of the sea, still making waves. The talk of the town in a matter of days. He must have the blood of the unstoppable running through his veins. It's not a game. The world is burning, we all need to change. I tell the kids don't take cocaine or heroin or ketamine, it'll blow your brain. Smithereens, listen little G's, all you need to do is believe and follow your dreams. Yo, so if you want it again, I want to hear you on Zoom, man, saying his name. It's Jimmy Davis, jump in the scene, ring the changes. Jimmy Davis, the latest edition of all your favourite playlist. Jimmy Davis, drops another one, the bar raises. Yo, Jimmy Davis, I'm gonna enjoy it because we've been waiting ages. Hey, come on. Woo! Yeah, man, we're warming up. I got the bloody heating on in here, man. What am I doing? Flipping heck, son. Might have to go skins in a minute. You know what I mean? Ladies, calm down. Hey. All right, so, yeah, man, that was a bit of old. That was a bit of back in the day, Jimmy Davis. Big up to everyone that's on the call, man. Big up to Gary Dunn. Big up to Brendan. Big up to all the Concannon clan. Steve and Kathy. I see you, man. Joshy Brown. Oh, jeez, too many. My dad, flipping it, my dad's on board, I better not swear. All right then, wicked. So, yeah, I'm going to play a little track now from the tapes era. I kind of launched this tapes thing a couple of years ago after taking a bit of a hiatus from music. And I felt like I needed to play this track because I feel like we need some uplifting, positive vibes, you know. So hopefully that first track got the energy going, and this one will just keep the positivity flowing, man. Let's do it. It's called I Feel Good. Yeah.
I feel good. Yeah.
Wait, saying people, big up the Instagram live crew.
I feel good, yes, wonderful, good times, good vibes, gonna make me feel alive.
Okay. Feeling connected, no need to step with a collective, no need to rep while respected, no need to check how many skets that we slept with or how many exes are ringing and texting. Little boy talk, what's the objective? Get your P's up, that's a directive. And anybody said I ain't done jack can read the resume and then stand corrected. Man should know I'm Grand Tourer injected. It's evident the way I kill every rhythm, and ever since the beginning I've had the will to be different. I never listen to opinions, it's given by idiots with the skills of Brazilians and the sprinkle of brilliance. Man, he's proving up a minimum to millions listening, bruv. Ha! It's highly unlikely fake fame and fortune could ever define me. On a way higher plane, setting the levels to educate the entire game, but we don't take it so serious, mate, we're having fun. Hear them singing this in the street when it's summer.
I feel good. I feel good, yes, wonderful, good times, good vibes, gonna make me feel alive in my neighborhood. I feel good. I feel good, yes, wonderful, good times, good vibes, gonna make me feel alive in my neighborhood. Love to feel a vibe. Love to feel good. Love to feel alive.
Love to feel alive. In my neighborhood.
Right. Lift my head up high.
Okay. Feeling blessed. best. Special request to all my working class people who are fully oppressed. Hold your head high, look to invest in the community, your family, your social quest. Youngers, there's more to life than just money, smoking, girls, balling. Hear your dreams calling, take the leap, spread your wings, fly through the sky soaring. Life is good, so motivation and inspiration can always be enough to light the wood that's inside. Get the fire blazing, see that life is amazing, know that happiness is like a drug. But it's not something that money can buy, you only have to look to the sky to see that we're a magical part of the universe, the planets and stars. Get on the road to your destiny, you'll be traveling far. Make your mark, break apart from all the non-believers and fake race that aren't part of the plan. Start where you stand, rid yourself of all the doubt that you've been harboring, and make it happen. Go out on a limb, risk everything, you know you got the power to win, power to believe, power to succeed. Don't stop until you make your heart shout.
I feel good, good, good. I feel good, yes, wonderful, good. Good times, good vibes, gonna make me feel alive in my neighborhood. I feel good, good, good. I feel good, yes, wonderful, good. Good times, good vibes, gonna make me feel alive in my neighborhood.
You know it's gonna feel nice. Hands in the air, yes, Gary Dunn and the crew. Come on. Woo! Yeah, boy. Big up to each and every single one of you, man. Jeez. So, I mean, it's difficult for me to put into words, you know, like the impact that Luke's had on my life and my career. Luke and John gave me like my first big opportunity in music. You know, and just I've always been so, like Luke, always been so generous, just so supportive, encouraging, enthusiastic, helpful, just wants to see people succeed. You know, he's just one of the greats, man, just one of the great human beings on this planet. So I feel very, very lucky and fortunate and privileged to know him. Absolutely. So go buy his album, go check it out, man. It's such a fantastic body of work. I was Luke kind of let me in on the albums a few months back, and I was just like, yeah, man, this is Luke at his best, you know. So go check it out, man. All right. So as Steph mentioned in the intro, I've got a new single coming. It's released 2 weeks today. It's called Burn the System. I think it's quite relevant and poignant with everything that's happening currently and has been happening for the last 12 months. And beyond, you know, flipping heck. This stuff goes back, way back, doesn't it? Colonialism, capitalism, patriarchy, sexism, racism. Jeez. But I feel like something shifted recently, you know, and we're having to deal with the aftermath of that shifting currently, and it's quite intense. But I feel like we're going to get to the promised land, man. So this track's called Burn the System. There's something in the chat now. Jordan's just put it in there. You can pre-save it on Spotify and all that digital kawungle. And so this is the first time anyone's ever really heard this track, man, apart from the guy that mixed and mastered it and the people that featured on it. So I really do hope you enjoy it. Burn the system. Yeah. Great Britain, the kingdom, the empire, Middle England. It's gonna get burnt to the ground from a fire that started in the hearts of its citizens. Yep, everyday civilians. You and me, mate, Joe blogs. There's gonna be a phenomenal collapse when there's no more free healthcare and no jobs. Food shortages and mass panic. You know what's causing this, and that's tragic. Big loan mortgages, the bank balance always in more arrears. The cash addicts. I don't need a pause. It's very fucking dramatic. Fighting for a cause and causing more damage. Fighting a war for a warlord and savage. More shores to ravage, kill the poor and classes. This is planetary ecocide, killing the planet rapidly and leave behind a destructive legacy. Who's the enemy and who are the people they try and demonize? It's like the compassion has been anesthetized, following fashion until it bleeds them dry. Worlds come crashing down, dreams denied. Are you believing or reading between the lies?
Man, we living in a world of sin, hobby of corruption and murdering. Miss what kind of road we are journeying. We're burdening the youth, not nurturing. Ay.
We're all trapped in a hate and fear prison, being force-fed an Orwellian style vision. It's all a massive religion, we're trapped in the rhythm of capitalism. And I am not a fucking mathematician, but the numbers don't add up. 0.01% of all life is human. 80% of all mammals wiped out because of the way we're consuming. Half of all plant life destroyed because of the way our impact's ballooning. Every year we ruin and ruin more of the earth. What kind of path are we choosing?
To the politicians, listen. We're gonna burn the system down. Till their policies are different, we're gonna tear it down. But we're running out of time. Mother Earth's lifeline. Only one life, there's no pressing rewind. To the politicians, listen. Gonna burn the system down.
I'm a preacher, not a teacher, but we kill him Mother Earth and all the creature. Oh, my chat it, I be very diplomatic, right? I know we have to take care of our planet. Mother Nature first set it, human come wreck it. We don't need for greed, now take no eat, cutting down with cheese. Trigger up, we killing everything with ease. Who them a please, not me.
This place is coming like a ghost town. All I see is these fucking zombies. One man's starving to death, one man's getting his belly busting full Monty. Complete joke, but you say the system's working. I wonder if it's called the rat race, cause everyone who's not in the 1% is treated like vermin. So concerning, the whole world's burning, and all I see is responsibility shirking. The tides have been turning for 30 years, Mother Earth is yearning for returning to life before human existence. You will not stop the movement's resistance. And protest increasing, extermination. Evidence is undeniable, non-negotiable. We are destroying the generations. Future prospects, there's no planet B. Very few people are listening apparently. Mary reached the point of no return. Sit back and watch the system burn.
So till the politicians listen, we gonna burn the system down.
We're gonna burn it down, we're gonna
Till
burn
their
it down.
policies are different, we gonna tear it down. But we're running out of time. Mother Earth's lifeline. Only one life, there's no pressing rewind. Till the politicians listen, we gonna burn the system down.
This one's for the Grenfell victims, daughters, sons, fathers, mothers, siblings. Everyone out there resisting, still protesting, fighting, risking. Anyone that's had to flee their homes, those so hungry you can see their bones. All the child labour and the sweatshop workers making things that don't serve us. Every victim of knife crime, gun crime, hate crime and police brutality. Any immigrant and refugee ethnically cleansed by a leader's savagery. All those that are homeless and hungry out on the streets of a rich western country. It's time to burn the system to the ground, take back the people's crown. Big up yourselves, man. Big up yourselves. It's time to burn the system down. It's time to take back the people's crown. Yeah, we're all in this together. You know, we really need to start paying attention to what's happening ecologically, what we're doing to the planet. You know, there's a lot of people have been talking about this stuff for 40 years plus, you know, and not much attention's been paid. So thank the Lord that Joe Biden has re-signed the Paris Climate Agreement. And you know, and stop the Keystone pipe. Is that right? Or is, you know, that's in process? So, you know, let's hope that, like, finally we can turn a corner, man. And you know, we all have a part to play. So let's do it. Thank you so much for listening. Love you loads. Go check out the single when it drops in 2 weeks. Tell people about it, please. And yeah, man, enjoy the rest of the show.
That was absolutely brilliant and so timely. You know, Alistair's new book is talking about climate change as well. So I think we have a lot to talk about in the next few minutes. In the Zoom chat box, we put a link to where you can pre-save Tapes' forthcoming single, Burn the System. And there you'll also find social media icons linking you directly to his accounts. So follow him on social media, share his content, purchase his albums and singles with that coffee money that you're not using at the moment. Send him fan mail. It's just wild being an artist at the moment. So your support is so appreciated. For those of you who have just joined us, a warm welcome to you. Thanks for joining us for Luke's release of Ecstatic, Bird in the Burning. And before we hear from Luke, we have one more opening act for you. We want to invite the esteemed Alistair McIntosh to join Jimmy and Luke and I in conversation. Alistair is an author and activist born in the Outer Hebrides and hails now from Glasgow, Scotland, where he lives with his wife, Varen. BBC TV describes him as one of the world's leading environmental campaigners, and he's been a pioneer of land reform in Scotland. Much of his life's work has been centered around human ecology, the relationships between the natural environment and the social environment. And you will find spirituality consistently threading throughout his work and writings alongside scientific findings. A few of his notable books are Soil and Soul, which is amazing, Poacher's Pilgrimage, and as I said, most recently, Riders on the Storm. The climate crisis and the survival of being. There's so much more I could share with you about Alistair, but for the sake of time, I invite you to read more about him on his very retro website that he built himself and loves. And Alistair has been a long
Stephanie, stop.
Yes.
Let me interrupt you. You've missed the most important attribute of me.
Oh, no.
Matchmaker.
I was getting to that. Yes. For those of you who don't know, Alistair is the reason that Luke and I met on the Isle of Iona. He was the encourager of Luke's pursuit of me those 8 years ago. So
Thank you, Alistair.
we're so happy. Yes. So Alistair, time is precious. So I think we should just dive in, and friends who are with us now, feel free to ask questions and make comments in the chat box. But Alistair, welcome.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, and hello, Luke, and congratulations on Ecstatic, Bird in the Burning. Woo!
Thank you, Alistair. And I was really happy that you could be on this call because you are really in this record. Because I met Alistair after reading his book Soil and Soul in 2004, and I fell totally in love with the book and was so blown away. And Alistair welcomed me to his house in Fife, and we connected. And Alistair's teaching and example is really in this music, so it's great that you're here for this day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
What would you like to talk about?
So it's a good question. So Alistair, the thing that we've been looking at in these monthly parties has been, how could we build the culture that we want? You know, how can we grow the kind of life-giving culture, the one that works rather than the one that isn't working? So yeah, what does that start off in you?
Well, I think you've got to ask, what do you want in life? What is your passion? If you go on a spiritual retreat with the Jesuits, and I'm not from the Roman Catholic tradition, but they are a mystical tradition in that tradition, they place great emphasis on desire. Ecstatic bird in the burning. What desire is burning in you? And I think digging into that question and not being afraid of what the answers are, not repressing yourself, not trying to hide from who you might be becoming, is what's so important in building authenticity, self-authorship, integrity in the world today.
So it's like a living passion that can make a better life for ourselves and others.
It's, you know, it's like music when it really gets going. And as you know, I'm profoundly deaf these days. I've got these hearing aids on and special gizmo connecting me in. So I can't actually make out music these days. I mean, when Jimmy was doing his performances, or when I've had the honor of working with Jimmy, I've had to ask him to print me out the words. And same with yourself. I mean, if anybody's seen me flipping pages over, I've got your lyrics here. So basically, you know, I've just a genetic thing. My high frequency is short. I can't hear the music, but I used to play music. I used to be deeply into it and inspired by it. And so music has shaped my life, Luke. And what happens when you get into the flow, when you get into, you know, in Scotland, we have this expression, the carrying stream. You see, there's even a book of an anthology of that title from the School of Scottish Studies at Edinburgh University here. And the carrying stream is that sense of flowing with something that is bigger than yourself, of getting outside the endless circles of being trapped self-referentially, narcissistically in your own ego cycles, and instead spiraling into something much deeper. And I think that really good music, and when people are really jamming it, and when I speak of music, incidentally, I basically mean all the arts. I mean poetry, visual art, the whole shebang, you know, all of that creative medium. When you're really into it, what's happening is you're connecting in with the deep spirit of life. You're moving beyond ego, and the vision that comes out of that can help shape our mission in how we lead our lives and what kind of a world we try to be part of making.
Thank you, Alistair.
Somebody's just saying the Facebook live feed is gone. Oh, it's back. Okay.
Okay.
Folks, I just freaked out Facebook.
So, Alistair, I know that spirituality tends to be kind of at the moment, people talk about spirituality as if we're walking on eggshells, afraid of like marginalizing people who are not interested in it. And I know you talk in your book about the role spirituality actually has to play in this important work of responding to climate change and holding the science of climate change and other, you know, issues of our time. Can you talk about why we need a sense of spirituality?
When we need it.
What? Why?
Why we need it?
Why we need it? Yeah, yeah. Well, because it's about the truth of the heart. It's about the truth of reality, I believe. I mean, I'm not going to dump that on anybody else. By spirituality, I don't mean religion. I mean, you can be a Buddhist, a Hindu, a Muslim, Christian, neo-pagan, whatever you want. That's just the outer clothing that the inner essence comes dressed in. To me, spirituality is about consciousness, and it's consciousness of life as love made manifest. And if there's anything we need in the world, it's that. I mean, just looking at Luke's lyrics here, where's the one I was just thinking of? You know, I'm doing nothing at all that I'm called to, not living the life I was born to, because I'm scared of my gift. Eric Fromm, the great humanistic psychologist, wrote a book called Fear of Freedom, that we're afraid of our gift, where's the other one here? And so you're the recommendation here. Forgive me, folks, I'm a bit of an academic. I mean, look at all the books behind me on the shelves. So, don't be put off by that. But, that's why I'm into the text here. Live the truth or burn. Live the truth, live the love. You see, that's what it's about. So when we talk about spirituality, we're talking about what does it mean to be a human being? If we're just material entities, egos walking about on legs of meat, here today, gone tomorrow, then what's the point of anything? Remember that Paul McCartney saying, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, da, da, da. What's the point of anything? I'm trying to do your job, Luke. You can see why I'm not a rock musician. But, what's the point of anything? On the other hand, if love is real, Bruce Springsteen was once asked, do you believe in true love? And he said, yes, but I believe it takes a lifetime to understand it. If love is real, then, does it have limits or is it boundless? Is true love something that goes beyond our individuality into our profound interconnection in community with one another? Is true love what can save the world? As Dostoevsky put it, beauty is what can save the world. Now, if that is true, and even if it's just, like a 5% chance or 1% chance of it being true, then, let's investigate that. Let's consider spiritual practice. Let's consider studying the spiritual classics. Let's consider testing whether this reality might be for real. And if we conclude, no, it's all a load of baloney, it's not for real, fair enough, lead a materialistic lifestyle, and that's it. If, on the other hand, love is for real and love is bigger than just this small life alone, love is rooted in eternity, not just in the small self, but in the great self, the God self, the Buddha nature, the Atman that is Brahman, to draw on different spiritual traditions terminology. If that's the case, then, my goodness, then you know where the music comes from.
Thank you, Alistair. Jimmy, have you got, would you like to chip in here, man? And that was an amazing set.
Thanks, man. Can you hear me?
It's quite quiet, but we got you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I just had to switch mics because I saw there was some interference with the other one. So, are we good? Yeah? Hear me?
Yeah.
Great. I mean, who would really want to follow someone like Alistair and chip in? I mean, I feel like a bit of an intellectual Neanderthal, to be honest, following someone as great as Alistair. But I think going off what's been said, I think for me, I've always felt like I don't want to project my experience onto anyone else, but I've always felt that there can be a little, like a feeling and a sense of helplessness and hopelessness and impotence when it comes to what can we do.
But what's been sort of demonstrated to us, and in one of Alistair's books, Soil and Soul, this is very prevalent, is the fact that when we come together as community, we can change things. We've seen it across the world, recently, over the last decade or so, with all the different uprisings, all the different movements. And I think, this idea of collectivism, of community, of coming together, of doing what's right, I think that's how we get things done and change things. So I would just encourage people to do that, really. And I think what Alistair talked about in terms of, spirituality and touching on consciousness, that's the one thing, possibly the only thing, that can't be explained by science. No scientist can tell us where consciousness comes from, because nobody knows, and that is magical. And so I think spirituality is obviously a personal thing, but I think the kingdom of heaven resides inside all of us, man. And we all have the ability to tap into that. So
I mean, it's very interesting, Jimmy, because you've been described as the Birmingham Bard. Is that right?
yeah.
Have I got that right? I've heard you described like that, the Birmingham Bard, the Birmingham poet. What is a bard? Why is William Shakespeare or Robert Burns, why are they referred to as a bard? Because they're not just poets who write pretty ditties. They're not just poets that thread words together in interesting ways. Rather, a bard, in my understanding, and I think in the deep tradition of this part of the world and many parts of the world, is a poet who speaks to the soul of the people, a poet who diagnoses a people's condition and opens them to new possibilities. And that's what you're doing in your raps. That's what Luke's lyrics in Burning Bird here are doing. That's what Stephanie, with her training in classical music. And I mean, the first time she came on my radar was when she was actually leading a service in Iona Abbey. I mean, she must have been quite young then, but she'd been given that authority to do that because she understood how to hold a space in which people's souls could emerge. And when we are making music, when we are working with any of the arts in this world, I think the more we can hold spaces that, to quote an American Quaker, Parker Palmer, are hospitable to the soul, the more you can create spaces like this tonight, where soul can emerge, where people can start to think, hang on, maybe there is more to life than just this. And maybe I can make more of the life I've got. I mean, look at you, Jimmy. I mean, you've been raised in a fairly hard-pressed part of the world, but you've not let it oppress you. You've used it to open up forces of liberation. Do you want to say more about that, Jimmy, if we've got time, just about how do you see your work as a rapper in terms of what people are calling for in these times?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a great question. Hip hop music, it's always been the music of the people. That's why it was started. It was started to bring people together in community, in the projects, in the Bronx, for people to dance. As Luke put in his invitation, bring community together, let's dance, let's party. That was the essence and the spirit of hip hop. And it was also a means of socially commentating, commentary on the world that they were existing in, those people at the time. And I think, so, hip hop, music of the people, that's what it means to me. That's what it represents. And I think it's very, very closely aligned with folk music. It's almost like a distant relative. So I think hip hop has a lot to offer the world. Unfortunately, it doesn't do as much as it could. But yeah, I think you put it very eloquently, Alistair. If I can diagnose what's happening in the world and open up possibilities to people, then my work and my job here is done.
I'm wondering, Stephanie, how do you, because you were classically trained in music, and then you bridge into the kind of world that Luke and Jimmy are about. Can I put the same question to you as to the function you see music as playing in these times, and especially drawing on these widely different traditions?
Great question. Thanks, Alistair. I think what's coming up for me is this role that music plays in whatever tradition to build community, to bring people together into a room, a physical room or a virtual room. And as you said, hold that space for people's souls to come out. Sometimes that's a laugh in a comedic opera, sometimes that, which can be very therapeutic, and create a shared story, a shared narrative. But yeah, I think I'm more and more drawn to this idea of how can music bring community together. And I think that's something that I was really reading in your book, Alistair, and something that I hear threading through Luke's album as well, is this need for community. One of Luke's lyrics that I love is, "Scattered seeds of community
Scattered seeds need.
Scattered seeds need community to tether this storm.
Yeah.
And then something else that I just read in your book, Alistair, was a quote by George MacLeod, who formed the Iona community. He writes, "Only a demanding common task builds community." A demanding common task. And it makes me think about how we have so many demanding tasks at the moment, demanding issues that are calling for our attention. And if we rise as a community to respond to them, then that could be so powerful. And I think art, music is one way of gathering the people.
I get so many people say to me, Stephanie, you know, but how do you start? You know, when you, especially if you haven't got a community in the first place, or if you've never really experienced it, how do you start to make connection? And I think often it's such simple things. I mean, sharing food. I mean, we can't do that just now with various lockdowns, or depending on where we are in the world. But you know, here we can't go out and share food with people in the usual way. But you could do things like writing to people. You know, I've got a drawer here full of cards, and when I've got a moment, I'll maybe just send one and post it, snail mail, because snail mail means so much more to people than something email. And just put out that connection, let them know, you know, they're not alone, they're not being unthought of. These are the ways we make community. This kind of event tonight is essentially about community. It's lovely. I keep on flicking onto gallery view because, you know, look, I'm fascinated to see how normal your fans look.
That's the most offensive thing you've said so far today. We're not normal, are we, people?
I can see one weirdo, and that's. But talking of which, I mean that little phenomenon we had a moment ago of a Zoom bomber intervening, you know, to me that kind of thing, and I've seen quite a bit of it on Zoom, that kind of epitomizes the kind of world we're in, that people who have lacked cultivation of the soul need to seek attention and do so in inappropriate ways. And I was reading something just today by a famous quote in the Orthodox spiritual tradition of Greece, in this case, by somebody called Silvanus of Mount Athos. Silvanus, that means tree, the trees of Mount Athos. He said, "Keep your spirit in hell and despair not." And so often, you know, we look for spirituality, thinking it's about bells and smells and feeling peaceful and so on. But actually, the spiritual cold face is where people experience hell, or where people are expressing varying forms of hell. And community is about being there, that demanding common task of facing community. Keep your spirit in hell and despair not. Now, if you can start to do that, even just in little bits and occasionally, then you build resilience, then you build real strength. And then you find actually you're not in hell, but you're dancing. And the whole thing flips.
Thank you, Alistair. I think that's a good note to end on. Keep your spirit in hell, but despair not. This feels a little bit uplifting.
It does.
Totally bonkers. Totally bonkers. I can just feel Luke's dad, Kieran, kind of thinking, "Oh my goodness, what's he going on about now? This wicked influence on my good son." The poor man's been muted.
You know, I think we could go on and keep talking. Just from the comments in the chat box, people are really appreciating hearing your wisdom, Jimmy, your wisdom, Alistair, and Luke, and the goddess. But for the sake of time, you know, we've been itching to hear from Luke, rather. to celebrate his album. So we're going to pause the conversation, but thank you so much for joining us in that convo.
And Alistair, if you're willing to hang out with some whiskey for after hours, then we can all talk a bit more. See how you go.
He's got it.
He's got it ready.
He's got it. All right, so Luke is going to step out of the frame and get himself ready. I'm on my tiptoes. I'm trying to be as tall as Luke. As Luke gets himself ready for the library's spotlight, I just want to take a moment to pass the proverbial hat around. Donations or offerings are a way of showing gratitude for the gifts that you've received and honors the time and talents and expertise of the people who have given those gifts. So Jordan has put a link in the chat box, and we invite you now to contribute in big or small ways, whether that's £1 or £10, dollars, euros. And all contributions will be gifted to Tapes, Jimmy, and Alistair as a thank you for their contributions to this event. So as you're finding the link and giving what you can, I just want to introduce the man of the hour. I'm sure many of you here today are super fans of Luke Concannon and know all about him. Maybe know some stories I don't know. But often he's remembered as the guy who wrote the famous and tender JCB song, and is touted as being the childhood hero to a certain celebrity named Ed. But those of you who know Luke know that he is so much more than those 2 bullet points. Luke is a songwriter who sings new worlds into being, who pours soul and heart into everything he does, who makes every single person he meets feel heard and held, whose outrageous humor embodies wildness and unbridled joy. He aspires to be of service with his music and art and his life, and he does just that. His last album was Give It All in 2013, so we are thrilled to have another album to travel with. Can't wait to hear you. We're loving all the comments, so keep posting if there are lyrics that stand out to you or anything about the music. Put that in the chat. I'm going to take off my hosting hat now and put on my band hat. Hannah, I know you're here. Darius, Mike, John, Grant, we wish you were in the room with us. We miss you, and I will do my best with this shaker egg to be you. So let's give another raging visual welcome for our headlining act, the creator of Ecstatic Bird in the Burning, the man of the hour, Luke Concannon.
Oh my gosh. Do you see why I married this woman? Yes, there's lots of nods going on. Wow. Okay, let's do some singing. Let's sing. Here we go. Good move. Your heart is in my chest. Your heart is in my chest. I'm crossing the blue sound to bow myself down. Your heart is in my chest. This girl is a lantern on the aisle, through the wind, through the rain. Now I smile. You gave me a wildfire inside. On the train, leaving you, through the dark, journaling the big bang in my heart, expanding at the speed of the stars. Little bells are ringing and I'm tight-throated singing your raiment. Violet Cuban, your heart is in my chest. Woo! Your heart is in my chest. I'm crossing the blue sound to bow myself down. out that chorus now because you could be in on the next one. A hungry heart, a spinning mind, inspired bones kissed you like wanderer coming home. Sunlit bay with gulls calling out. There's a new being dreaming and my body's started healing. Is it time to walk to you? Yeah, your heart is in my chest. We can hear you. Your heart is in my chest. Woo! I'm crossing the blue sound to bow myself down. To bow myself down. Your heart is in my chest. Woo! Heavy packs we climb this mountain. Claw our feet on the soft ground. Shining like the ocean inside. Darkness and rainfall now. But pine sand in the morning. The sun is pouring down. We're hiking down this green road. Two of the elements, two of the relevant elements in the harmonic resonance. You are feeding me medicine, but I took without reticence. So the song is in evidence, and the master that is strengthening in elegance beckoning. I'm crossing the blue sound to bow. Your heart is in my chest.
I heard you singing.
See you singing. Oh my God. We love you. We love you all. So how's everybody doing? Are you ready to rock? We've got Angus there. We've got baby Angus there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So just thanks everyone for being here. This is absolutely amazing. To have my favorite person, my favorite author, and my best pal all playing together. It's unreal. In community. So we're gonna play you one sad song because you gotta have the sweet and the sour, right?
The light and the dark.
And oh my God, Pax's glasses are so beautiful. This song is about a heartache that at the time felt like Coventry, which is a city near where my family comes from in the West Midlands of England. So felt like a war. So let's go to Coventry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to be your friend anymore. We are at war. I wish there was something could be done. What have we become? Go on, Hannah. People burning while they're yearning for a kiss now. Wanted heaven, but the cathedrals beat it now. What is it you wanna see happen to me now? Do you wanna kill me? Do you wanna kill me? It feels like Coventry in 1940. Incendiaries rain, fire in our city. It feels like Coventry, and the blips just burning. We ignored our hearts, and now we're learning. Do you wanna let me into your heart now? No! Burn the whole world down. Do you wanna let me heart now. No, it feels like Coventry in my heart. Ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da. There was always something wrong at the core. We planted indoors. The more we try to hide and ignore it, the more we're complicit. Building bridges, cross the ridges for friendship. Hear the bombers coming closer now to end it. We were unwrapped the flags trying to mend it. Bridges burning, home is burning. It feels like Coventry, Coventry in 1940. Centuries reign, fire on our city. It feels like Coventry, Coventry, and the bit's just burning. We ignored our hearts, and now we're learning. Do you wanna let me into your heart now? No, burn the whole world down. Do you wanna let me into your heart? No. Feels like Coventry in my heart. Woo! You can sing with this if you want to, like.
Live the truth or burn. 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 Live the truth or burn.
We live.
Live the truth or burn.
Live the truth.
Live the truth or burn.
We burn. You can sing this with Stephanie if you want. Live the truth or burn. If you want to. We live. Live the truth or we burn. Live the love.
Darius, we miss you. He's got amazing brass that he added to that song, so go listen to the album.
Thanks for being here, Darius.
He's an absolute machine on the trombone.
Hell of
A
an
human
arranger.
machine.
Hell of an arranger. Hell of a human being. Yeah. So yeah, Darius plays on that song and on Absolument, which we're gonna play now. There he is. Here's the trombone.
He's with us. All right.
Okay, here we go. So, we're getting, we've not got a lot of time left together, so we're getting to the dance part of the evening. So we invite you to stand up, and there's a part for you to sing in this song. It's very easy. It's Absolument. It means, are you ready to sing? Absolument. Are you ready to swing?
Absolument.
Exactly. And then you just have to watch out. There's going to be one question, and you'll want to say no to it. So you just see what happens. You got to listen out for that one. Everything else is Absolument, I think. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you ready to sing?
Absolument.
Are you ready to swing?
Absolument.
Are you ready to fly?
Absolument.
Are you ready to die?
Absolument.
Are you ready to wait?
Absolument.
Are you ready to shake? Absolument. Are you ready to wait?
Absolument.
Are you ready to quake?
Absolument.
I've gotten so excited I have to remember the lyrics.
Whenever you're ready, Luke.
Often the bird wakes in the lake. White swan makes sky live for heaven's sake. Ask you about dreams, script to the beams. Hear the ancestors scream. Are you ready to work? Absolutely. On the land till it hurts. Absolutely. Are you ready to dance? I'm making sweet love in France. Are you ready to change? I get your life rearranged. Are you ready to kiss? Are you ready for bliss? Are you ready to grow this family?
Are you ready?
To grow these veggies?
Are you ready?
To grow our spirit?
Are you ready?
To grow this music? Now you can start clapping with us, pals. Justice is happening, passion is channeling. We're coming together and making the choir sing.
Yeah.
Giving the kiss to the cheek of the Hilo King. True love is beckoning, one love is beckoning. Give us a kiss and then give us the medicine of opening petals and teeth of a Bedouin. Justice is happening, justice is channeling. We can start to win. Are you ready to quit? No! Are you ready for this? Absolument. Are you ready to dance? Making sweet love in France. Are you ready to party? With Jimmy Davis and Zati and Alistair, McIntosh and Stephanie. Yeah. We are the people who just yearn to be forgiven. It is written in the sand that your heart has risen. We are the people who are yearning for some vision. Transform into butterflies. Get on with some kissing. Are you ready to sing? Are you ready to swing? Are you ready to fly?
Yeah.
Are you ready to die? Are you ready to wake?
Absolument.
Are you ready to shake?
Absolument.
Are you ready to quake?
Absolument.
And break.
Woo! Folks, that was a never before heard version of Absolument.
We're letting the fairies rule the day here. Oh, it's so good to see everybody dancing. Let's keep people dancing.
Yes.
So this is a song from Give It All. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, oh! Should we get up? Let's get up. We can see you. Yeah. Woo! For the people around the world, I can't believe what I've just learned. My inner feelings are all starting now to burn, and I'm less and less concerned. We're hoping all around the world, That's your part.
Woo! Around the world.
My crying people, it's your turn. Woo! My crying people, we've a freedom to be earned. We've been working on it forever, all around the world.
Around the world. Hey!
Around the world. We can hear you, yeah. If you know what you've got to give, you've got to give it all. Future's in our hands, so don't you dare play small. To the movement all around the world. We're in A, Gary, let's go. All around the world. Maybe Darius can play trombone. Took me to your mother's house. Let's clap, people. Let's clap. You put the sweetest Turkish honey in my mouth. Yeah, we all love to kiss and hug all around the world. Around the world. If you know what you've got to give, you've got to give it all.
Give it on, give it on now. Give it on, give it on, give it on now.
Future's in our hands, so don't you dare play small. Join the movement all around the world. All around the world, around the world. You can sing that with us. Around the world. Meet me by the stream. I've been living in a dream. Oh, people have been to, yeah, wanted to get next to you. All around the world.
Around the world. Around the world.
Oh, we're in the catastrophe, but the soul is living in a masterpiece. Want the whole world to get back to peace. So the deep, deep love is here actually, and we're actively loving factories, recharging our beautiful families. And I wrote this verse the other day, so that's all I can do off the top of my head. Here we go. Yeah, whoa, whoa. So let's sing this at home. Let's go. I wanna be your lover, I wanna be your lover, I wanna be your lover, and never love another. I wanna be your lover, I wanna be your lover, I wanna be your lover, and never love again. I wanna be your lover.
I wanna be a lover.
Woo!
I wanna be a lover.
And-
Never love another.
And everyone who's not in Europe can sing with me. Around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world. Everybody, let's go! Around the world, all around the world, around the world. Hey! Can you spotlight Gary Dunn, please, Jordan? Woo! All around the world. Spotlight some people who are doing fun things. And the lovers are already guiding me to the place where we all give our lives to be. The embraces, the dances we have to be. The holiest, deadliest archery. The holders of flame to the dark to see. The treasures that's there when you actually. The daughters and sisters that had to be. Love to lead us to sanity. Sanity. Whoa. All around the world. Woo!
Oh my gosh, we can feel you in the room. We just got so excited. I couldn't keep a hold of my shaker egg. Oh, thank you. We can feel you. We can feel you with us.
Thank you so much to everybody for being here with us. This has been the most fun gig in a long, long time. And I just feel really happy to see everyone showing up to support this event today. And just so lucky. And Stephanie has been like a majestic goddess of a host as per usual. So thank you everyone for being here.
This is the album, friends. It is beautiful. Oh, I see Rosalind has one. There it is. It is also in vinyl, which is so exciting. Jordan is going to pop the link down in the chat box to where you can buy it. And we just thank you. Thank you for all of your support and your love. Thank you for helping Luke celebrate the launch of this amazing baby. And here we are. We don't have champagne, but we have sparkling pear juice. So if anybody, grab a mug if you've got tea, if you've got water, if you've got wine, juice. Let's give a toast to Luke Concannon and Ecstatic Bird in the Burning. May it go far.
To everyone who makes this possible.
Woohoo!
To
To all of you.
The lovers and the dreamers, everybody.
Heyo! Cheers!
Slancha.
Slancha.
Cheers, everybody.
So just finally to wrap up this time, again, as we said, we would love for you to buy it, share it with your friends. We one of the magic things about buying an album is that it helps us get into the folk charts and stuff. So that's just something to keep in mind. It just helps us get more visibility and just share it more broadly to the people who are needing this message of light and hope and community, sowing seeds of community indeed. And of course, you can always subscribe to Luke's mailing list. And when you subscribe, you get a free song, baby, in your inbox. So if you have any questions or comments, my God, 70 comments. We can't wait to read them all. And we're going to stick around for a little chat if y'all want to hang out. Again, major thanks to Carrie, our fair manager, and to all the musicians who are on this album. Hannah's here, Darius is here. Just major thanks to you. We really miss you in this room. So,
and also the whole team for supporting. We've got Simon Rickards here, who's been helping for years, and we've got Luke Clerkins here. He's been helping this season a lot the last while, and Wes Fowler is in the tire shop in Toronto where he works, and he helps us too. He's listed it on Facebook. So thanks everybody, and particular love to the families who fed us lots of food and love.
Danny had a question in the chat box. When's the next online gig? This was great fun. Great question, Danny.
Thank you, Danny. So we'll be doing, we're going to do another one. We've done the first Friday of the month since October, and we'll be doing the first Friday of the month in March. And we'll have our friend Natanya Vanderland from Whole Heart speaking about the kind of appreciative inquiry that we have with Alistair about the change we want to see in the world. And I think Daisy Shoot is going to be playing music, and she's amazing. You're all welcome.
Woohoo!
So I guess maybe this is the after hours drinking time. So maybe, and I'm wondering if anyone is moved to say anything. Like, is there someone whose heart is shaking to say something, and maybe they could take themselves off mute or ask a question of Alistair or anybody? Open up the floor a bit.
Vegetables and fruits. It's like that's supposed to be good for you. Right, you should be able to eat it all. Right, and I have issues.
Oh dear, we just get to hear everybody though.
Oh, there's this whole thing about
This sounds
blood
like
type
chaos.
diet.
Maybe we need to go back on
which is
mute.
very popular. Yeah.
So maybe ask Jordan if you want to unmute yourself.
Oh, and we will say that all of the albums are being shipped from the UK, and we realize that's a bit expensive. It gets a bit expensive for Americans, and so we do have a promo code for you to take $5 off shipping. Ecstatic 5.
Pax, I'll just send you a $5, don't worry. Pax already ordered those.
Oh, bless. Yeah. Yeah.
2 people. Okay. So, if anyone, any questions?
Who did the artwork for the album?
Thank
Great
you.
question.
Thanks a lot. So, Randall Stoltzfus, he is an amazing Mennonite artist. I met at a conference that Stephanie's church in Cincinnati put on, and he's an amazing painter. And when I saw his work, I just knew I wanted it to be the album cover.
So the image was originally just all of the wee bubbles, and then he was able to put this bird on top of it. So
Yeah, looks great. Looking forward to receiving it. It's on order.
woohoo!
Thank you, Adrian.
I got a question. So I'd like to know which one of the songs on the album was the most challenging to write.
Thank you, Michaeli. The most challenging one, I think, was Grow Wild. And because I kept thinking I'd got it, and then I would play it to Stephanie, and Stephanie would be like, I don't get it. And I'd be like, oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And so I rewrote it like 10 times. I think that's the song I've worked on most in my life, is Grow Wild.
And it's so beautiful. I mean, obviously I like where it's gotten to, but I just find, you know, it just paints a really beautiful picture of community building and healing, and yeah, another song about community. It's one of my faves, actually.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it. And thanks to Jimmy and Alistair, and you were all amazing.
Thank
so
you, Mick.
I'm very excited about the album.
And check out Mick Dimitri's music, people. He's a talented young singer-songwriter with singles coming out at the moment.
Thank you. That was an unnecessary plug, but I...
Can I ask a question? Was it? I'm Dan from Brighton.
Hi, Dan from Brighton.
Was it tough to kind of get back into writing an album after all that time off? I don't know what you've been. I saw you were doing like those songwriting things, workshops and stuff. I'm just curious to know what you've been doing and how you got back to finishing an album.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it was more trying to give it all. The last album I did out there, I was just gigging and promoting, and then you stop writing and then you get out of a groove. So it's like you said, I actually got some coaching from a guy called Alan Side, and he helped me get a sense of purpose and vision. And I was just like, yeah, I need to focus on the important things. So that's what got me back on the road. So yeah, and I coach singer-songwriters. If anyone wants any help, I mean, not on that theme, but do you write, Dan?
I dabble.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I don't play guitar, you see. So normally I hook up with guitarists and then we part. And then you get a connection with someone else and then they emigrate or whatever. So
finding collaborators is so hard. It's such a challenge. I mean, ones that you feel really invested in and they feel invested in you and that'll stick around. Yeah, I feel ya. I don't play an instrument.
So where did you record this album? Was it all done in separate parts, or did you all do it all together in a studio?
So we went in for like a week about 2 Christmases, just over 2 years ago, as a band, and we recorded a lot of it. And then I would drop back in and put one more song down or one more harmony down, you know, whenever I had time, in a studio in Portsmouth over in New Hampshire. I'm wondering, Alistair, thank you, Dan. Thank you. I don't mean to keep moving, but I'm like going, my head's spinning. But we're going to do some songwriting workshops, so I hope, you know, you'll be really welcome.
Virtual.
Yeah, virtual. So
this spring, probably.
Thanks, brother. Alistair, did you have anything to share with us? I know that it's Quaker midnight, so we might lose you soon.
Just to thank you folks for putting it on. It's lovely to hear questions, you know, just the guy who was just asking that question, Daniel, was it? You know, Daniel, I see that we're now able to pin things. I just zoomed in on your face and, you know, just a lovely warmth and kindness showing in your faith. I don't know who you are or anything like that, but, you know, if the music can come from that place, that's what helps to, it sounds cliche to say heal people, but to open people out into this world. So I'll leave you now, folks, but enjoy the rest of the party. Go well and bless.
Thank you, Alistair. We love you.
We love you.
I can't wait to finish your book. I've got 2 more chapters.
Go well then.
Thank you, Alistair. Bye.
So long, Stephanie and Luke. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Thank you so much for coming, Richard and Al. Thank
you. Yeah.
Bye. Bye. So fun to have neighbors on the call. Who live right up the road.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Luke, I've got a question.
Yay.
Sorry if I jumped in. I think someone might have been just about to ask something, but oh, Melanie, go for it, Melanie. Go for it. Do it, man. Oh, okay. What is your hope for this album, Luke? What's your sort of, your deepest hope for the record?
Really, that it makes a difference. Like, it nourishes people. That there's been. I was asking you yesterday when we had that chat on Instagram Live, like, how has music changed you? And I feel like it's really changed my life and been like a center point. So I want to contribute back to that, to the music that keeps us going, that inspires us and feeds us. So, the big hope would just be to really connect it with people, and just to remember what Alistair was saying about how actually it's like the job of music to feed and nourish people, even when it's really, really hard, or especially when it's really hard. I thought that was very powerful, so that's a good reminder for me. And your set, Jimmy, was absolutely beautiful. So passionate and amazing and fun. So we love you, Jim. Thank you. Mel, how are you doing? You can take yourself off mute. There you go.
Oh, the sound's not working, I think.
Oh. You could speak again, Mel, maybe? No. Well, you can ask in the chat box if you want. This is my cousin Melanie from Australia.
See ya, Hamish. Oh yeah, blast this Luke's me. Blast it away. Thank you.
Wow. It's a proper hangout.
Pax is asking, what is the rhythm of the two of you playing music around the house? How does a jam or practicing develop? My housemate is now recording, so I'm keeping quiet. Gotcha.
How? Yeah, please answer. Would you like to answer?
I think we're like continuing to find our rhythm, because we, I don't know. How do you answer this question? Luke likes to go to bed really early, and we're figuring that out. We're figuring that out. Making compromises, meeting in the middle, but, yeah, I would say that jamming happens like not every night, as you might imagine. But when it does, it's just so fun. And in terms of practicing, sometimes I'm really grumpy, but I don't know what to say to this question.
You know what's so great about having these gigs? These gigs have made us play together.
Yeah.
So it's so good to get ourselves into the trouble, like book the gig and then you have to play. So last night when we might have watched an episode of The Crown or something, instead we practiced for this gig, which was much more fun and better for us. So yeah.
And there has been something, COVID has been really challenging and heartbreaking in so many ways for so many people. And our work as performing artists has, in a way, well, mine has stopped. Luke has been really preparing for the release of this album. But there has been a silver lining in being forced to step back away from the go of performing and writing and everything that comes with being a performing artist. And so we have had more moments when we're making music together. We've been working on some Irish ballads. We recorded a little Christmas EP for our families. So the creativity has been flowing between us more, I would say, in the last year, and more naturally, because we've been forced to step back from other things.
Because we've been forced to make music together. Not forced, no. We're actually going to record a Christmas EP. Yeah, we've decided that's on the roster this year. Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing because a few months ago, Luke was a bit scroogey about Christmas music. I love Christmas music. And I forced him to I twisted his arm into doing some Christmas music with me this past year, and he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it, so.
Changing my life.
Can I quickly follow up on that one?
Yeah.
I wonder, what's it like when you're working together? You know, is it always wife and husband, or when you're making music, do you switch hats and you're just musicians? Because I wonder how that dynamic works.
We actually don't do tons together because it would get too much.
Although we do a bit of church music together as well. Like, there are different things that we do. It's interesting because we come from such different traditions. I come from a classical background and Luke comes from a folk background. And we both are quite like opinionated and knowledgeable about our own like body of knowledge, right? And our experience. And so there is definitely some skill that's needed, and just being able to say or think like, okay, what is this person bringing into this space that I can learn from? So so that's been an interesting process. And I think I will humbly say that I think I've softened in that way over the last few years as we've worked together. Yeah.
Like the act of figuring things out has sort of opened you up to different things.
Yeah, and just like learning about the tradition you come from and honoring that and respecting that, and not thinking like I have all the answers of how we should sing this song or whatever. So.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, Gary. Hey, Calais. Hey, Eddie.
Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for being here.
All I want to say to you guys after hello, and it's good to see you, is well done. Making an album is an absolute beast of a project, and well done.
Thank you, Gary.
The lads don't care about you. They're into Jimmy Davis now, Luke.
I saw you two getting into it. Y'all were getting wild.
What does Jimmy Davis get out of 10, and what does Luke get out of 10?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
So, no, it's great to see you. Thanks for tonight, and well done.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Good to see you all.
And Calais and Eddie, what's your favorite music at the moment?
I don't know.
Tell them whose music you're playing all the time.
Ed?
Yeah? Are you singing his songs as well? Because you both play guitar as well, don't you?
I've got a whole studio in the playroom, basically.
A whole studio? So you record, you mix, you master?
Sure.
Tell Luke what you have.
Stuff.
Tell him what you have.
Stuff.
Yeah, look. These boys need to go to bed. We're going to sign.
We don't.
We're going to sign up.
Loads of love.
It's so good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bye.
No! I want to...
Stop.
There we go. Well, maybe everyone needs to go to bed, right? Is there anyone who wants to share anything before we say goodnight?
It's just a quick question to you, Lou. It's a very quick question. Hi, how are you, man? You good, yeah?
Good to see you, man.
We last met in the park, which was a while ago. Anyway, it's a very quick question. What's going on with your accent, mate?
Oh God, is it sounding really weird?
No, well, likes seem to be a like at the moment, and you're obviously picking up stuff from where you are, and it's lovely to hear, but your accent's definitely changing.
Oh God, yeah. Well, it's going to happen, isn't it? I've talked to some people here, English people who've been here for 20 years, and it sounds English, and then suddenly it sounds like really American, and so yeah, that's what I'm going to sound like. We soak
cool.
up. Oh, good. Yeah, when I lived in Birmingham, I got a bit of a twang myself, you see, so I've become a Vermonter.
Can't hear me, Luke. Can you hear
There
me?
you go.
No.
We got you, Mel. Yeah.
Oh, yay! Hello, darling. So well done. I'm so proud. It's 8:30 in the morning here, so we've just started the day. Well done. I'm so proud of you. That was just fabulous. Steph, you're both gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing with everybody. Just amazing.
Come in, Mel.
The album name, I'm sure you probably shared it on socials, but where did it come from?
Thanks for asking. And please give my love to your dad and your...
I will.
The whole family. The whole family, yeah. The album name was it's so hard to name something, particularly like I've been writing these songs over 5 years. Like, how do you put a name on it? And I just spent a lot of time like coming up with different ideas and like trying to see an image. Like, what's the picture of this record? If it was an image or a story, what would it be? And I was thinking of that book, what is it? The Dog in the Nighttime. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. And I thought, that's a brilliant title. And so I just thought, what if I take the same syllables but add in some of my images? So I had the ecstatic love of the bird in the burning. And my music teacher was like, it doesn't swing. It doesn't swing like the other title. So we shortened it, and that's how. Yeah.
But it does speak to the light and the darkness that's so present throughout the album. You know, as we heard, Coventry is quite a dark song. There's a few ones that just grapple with the challenges of our time and heartbreak, personal heartbreak, humanity heartbreak, and yet there is this ecstatic bird. It's this ecstatic love of the bird in the burning, right? That we're trying to sing into the world. The light that we're bringing into the darkness. So I think that's part of it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. That's exactly right.
Love to all my family, all the Concannons. We love you all. Big love to you, Steph.
We love you too.
I'll mute now and someone else can join in.
Okay. Thanks for coming, Mel. At 7 in the morning. Jesus, when it started.
Oh, our neighbor in Boston, our old neighbor in Boston, Mary, said, "Your accent will never sound really American, Luke. Not even close." Mary has a true Bostonian accent. We love her. We miss you, Mary.
I've got a question.
Hey, Mo.
Hiya.
Hello.
Once we're all outside of our little bubbles again, who do you really want to perform this for? Who is your who do you want this to be performed for that will influence the most?
Dream audience.
Wow. Well, today was dream audience. Today really was. And then like, it's amazing to be in a room, and so I'm thinking about the best experiences. Jimmy and I played a house concert in this home in Tralee in County Kerry in Ireland, and somehow the spirit just took off there. And there's just certain places where the spirit can just go, you know, it can just start burning, and so that's what I'm really hoping for, is to play it in places where we can just get into it and lose our collective minds. Basically, that's my hope. Yeah. We probably need some drums or something to really, you know, to get it going.
Cool.
It's great to see you, Mo.
Maybe at your farm.
Maybe. Let's fill it full of hippies, man.
Mo put us up in her amazing hippie bus on her farm the summer before last, so we lived
So idyllic.
in Somerset,
middle of nowhere. Everybody wants to come to the middle of nowhere, and then it's not the middle of nowhere, it's the center of the universe.
Oh, we miss ya.
We miss you too. It's a good, and Steph, it's a good thing that we're not closer to each other. Otherwise, we would be offending Luke with all the Christmassiness of the music that would happen.
No.
We're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you go, friends. We're gonna let you make your cocoa.
Woo! But thank you so much for joining us and celebrating the release of this album. We are so grateful. Cheers! This is for you, right? This music's for you.
Yes, we are all in this together, and just loads of love to everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And if you need anything from us, if you want me to write you a song, or us to write you a song, or if you want us to come and play a gig after this, or if you need any help with your songs or anything, then just get in touch, please. And oh, it's good to see Susie Quirk there. Her album's coming out soon too.
Woo! I think to sign off, we should all do the great unmute and say goodbye.
Woohoo!
Shall we do that? Jordan, can you unmute everyone, please? And we're just all going to say goodbye to each other and wish each other well from around the world. Around the world. Or maybe you can all take yourselves off mute.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Goodbye,
Good luck, guys.
Bye,
Wishes from Mighty. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye, friends.
Bye. Bye, Luke.
Take care.
Bye.
Good night.
Loads of love.
Not going.
Till next time.
I'm not going. I'm staying.
Good on you, Pete. Stay with us.
Yeah, we don't want to go.
Thank you for coming, Gail.
Our pleasure.
Guys, bye. Love you, club. Bye.
See you, mate.
Bye, Josh.
See you later, mate. Take care.
Yeah.
Need to leave.
Oh, the cute little one. Well, that's why I'm going.
All right.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Mary.
Everyone. Mwah.
Bye.